All right, it looks like we're live. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hopefully, maybe some folks will join me today. So, yesterday I just announced the 2021 planning party, and I wanted to hop on here, as I will do several times over the next few weeks, to talk about planning and projects and feeling overwhelmed and how do you figure out what should go on our plate when our plates feel so full already. Hello, folks. Welcome, welcome. So if you're just joining us, oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought already. Let's just start from this beginning here. My name is Jennifer Wilson. I am your guide here at Simple Scrapper. I am testing out a new video location. You guys are actually sitting in the window today, so we'll see how that goes. And it's just so good to do this live because I can get the feedback from you all as we're presenting, but I will share this to my IGTV channel as well. So I am your guide here at Simple Scrapper. We are a community of memory keepers who want to simplify our experience. And simple to us is finding out and personalizing and tailoring this process so that it really works for you. It's finding your way in this hobby so that it fills you up and fits your life right now in this season of life, no matter how crazy it is. So the 2021 planning party starts November 5th, and you can head over to simplescrapper.com/plan21 if you haven't signed up yet. It's completely free. And throughout this month, I'm going to be sharing some thoughts. And today I want to talk about when you're to that point of feeling overwhelmed, whether it's in your life, in your creative projects, because of your clutter, what you should and shouldn't do. And I think this will give you a little bit of context for what to expect during the planning party. Because I can tell you the planning party is not about how to do planning creatively in a decorative way. It's not about which tools to use. I'm not going to be selling you any tools. I am going to talk about our Simple Scrapper membership, but I'm not going to be telling you or prescribing you any physical products that you need or any specific apps. I will share some of the things that I use. I'll invite you to share some of the things that you use, but it's more about a big picture mindset and process and approach to how do you take this big universe of options out there, figure out what's going to be on your plate and what you're going to work on first. Because we all know scrapbooking is just this tiny little heart amidst the big plate of everything that you have going on. And it's hard to kind of keep pushing things away so that you have room on the plate for that. And you even have the space around that tiny little heart so that you can think and relax and feel ready to show up to your craft table, whether you're doing physical crafting or you're doing digital crafting. And so in terms of talking about this idea of feeling overwhelmed, what I see happen so much is I must be doing it wrong. And by it, I mean a planning. I have the wrong planner. It's something related to me and my time management. I'm doing something wrong, so I hop to something else. And I say this because I have done the same thing myself. I have used so many different planners over the years, but in every single one that has worked, I've used actually the very same process. I've learned what works for me in that type of planning and the type of information that is actionable to me so that I know what I need to do and when. And so I see this happen so much where crafters and everyone, they feel like, gosh, I can't get it together. I don't even know where to start. I'm just so frustrated. So I'm going to go buy a new planner. Or I'm going to try a new system. I'm going to do this differently because it must be something wrong with you. And that's not entirely true. It's mostly false. Usually the problem has nothing to do with the system or the tool that you're using. It's about the fact that you've maybe put too much on your plate. You've committed to too many things. Maybe you struggle a little bit saying no. You're a people pleaser. Maybe you have so many great ideas and you have so much energy for the things you're passionate about that you just keep dipping your toes in so many different waters, and pretty soon you can't do anything well because you're trying to do too much at once. So what I'm trying to say here is, so often the thing that you need to do next is not buy a new planner, not try a new system, not do things differently, other than making different choices about what you're going to do. You have to look at that big universe of, here's all the options. What do I actually have space for? And then maybe even cut that in half, because you can't even fill the plate completely. You need to have space for things to change, for course corrections, for, pandemics to just crop up, for new ideas to come on board. Those of you who are experiencing what I just described, with just having this flush of ideas, you see another project and you want to start that, and you see folks jumping onto December Daily and you want to jump onto that train. Yes, there's so many great ideas and so many wonderful projects, but you can't do them all. There's just not enough time. And so it's not that you're broken or you have a flaw or that you're using the wrong system or the wrong tools. It's that you haven't learned to cultivate better decision making and to think big picture about your hobby and how it connects with your life. Because we're all coming to this hobby with all these other things going on, and we're all going through seasons of our life, greater work responsibilities, greater childcare responsibilities, other types of personal pursuits. Maybe you're on a personal wellness journey, or you're getting into knitting or sewing or something, some sort of craft or hobby other than scrapbooking. You have to acknowledge those things to know, okay, here's the universe of what's left, the space that I have in my life for my scrapbooking, and accept that as fact, and then make decisions in accordance. Some parts of your life, sometimes in your life, you're going to have an abundance of time, an abundance of energy and motivation, and that's the time when to pack it with more projects. And there's going to be other times where things feel stretched thin, and that's when you can look for different types of solutions to scrapbook with more ease, to maybe transition to more photo books, or to manage your photos in a different way. And that's, things we talk about here at Simple Scrapper all the time, and on the podcast as well. And it's those little decisions that help you figure out, okay, what's going to be on that plate and how can I move forward from here? Okay, I hope that made sense for you guys. I really just want to encourage you to, as we go into the planning party, to be thinking about planning as, what's worked well for me, what hasn't worked well, both in my hobby and in my life, what maybe big picture, sometimes structural changes do I need to make? Do I need to make fewer commitments? Do I need to make deeper commitments to other parts of my life, including my hobby? Do I need to give myself some grace? Do I need to change my expectations of myself and others in order to get more satisfaction in this hobby? Because I don't want to see you guys beating your heads against the wall and continuing to be frustrated that you're so overwhelmed, and then kind of falling down that rabbit hole of going to new tools, new planners, new projects, when that's not what you need to focus on. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions. You know where to find me. Take care and have a great rest of your week.